Good morning. I often say in my videos when I'm making forecasts or projections, I like to say I hope I'm wrong because I truly do not relish being right about some of the things I have been right about. Last year, I don't remember the date, I'll have to go find it and maybe I'll link it, but last year I made a video titled, and it may have been 2 years ago, but it was titled, "The Stage for Violence Has Been Set." And I talked about how it felt like from the mainstream media, also known as the propaganda machine, driven by the social engineers, they were really trying to foment civil war vibes. And I hope just saying that sentence isn't going to trigger the algorithm, but I worry. But specifically, what I saw was very subtle, you could call them dog whistles, encouraging leftists to engage in violence against conservatives. You know, punch a Nazi campaigns as one example, but it was pervasive throughout the media. And then on the other side, I saw the media just trying to agitate the conservatives. I'm trying to think of a specific example, just the whole LGBTQ thing, just throwing it in their faces. And then the crime thing, how the way the media covers crime is dishonest. And I don't love conservatives, but I do hate progressives and communists. So I'm in this weird place where I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of side with them, but ultimately I don't. However, that's just what I've been seeing is the machine trying to get the left to be violent, and the machine also trying to create a powder keg in the conservative movement. So that way, when the left does get violent, the movement is primed for it and it takes off. That's really what I saw a year or two ago. And I fear we are at the point now where violence has been normalized and it's about to pop off. I cannot really forecast how the skirmishes are going to happen. I can't see that clearly, but I do think some skirmishes are going to happen. It's really sad, and like I often say, I hope I'm wrong, but I generally haven't been too wrong yet so far. But let me get back on track. The Charlie Kirk thing, I think, was a catalyst. I think conservatives are currently strategizing, they're game planning, they're gearing up. The left has already been doing that, but more so in the shadows. The Antifa people who are just so ironic in their existence because they are, supporting fascism themselves, but I won't get too much into that here. I want to go to what I personally have been dealing with for 20 years. This moment in time, I honestly feel like I've been preparing 20 years to embark upon. I'm not surprised that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He was a useful idiot for the elites. And I'm not even surprised that people were celebrating it. I expected those things are not shocking to me. I'm maybe disappointed in the number of people that have been celebrating it. That's where I've been deriving a lot of melancholy from lately. more people than I expected supported it. And that's what tells me that the normalization of violence is almost complete. And for the last 20 years, this has been my life experience. 20 years ago, I was the guy that was friends with all the groups. I never had one singular group. I think I've come to the realization I'm neurodivergent, which explains so much, but I'm so thankful for that because I had these wonderful experiences. I was with the jocks, and I was with the nerds, and I was with the drama kids, and I was with the cheerleaders. And I just had a very diverse friend experience. And over the last 20 years, I have been slowly just losing friends, not for any reason other than disagreements intellectually or an unwillingness to even have a conversation. People would just tell me, Andrew, I can't talk about this right now, or I don't care, or you need to care less, or, current affairs. So it was either, Andrew, you're a monster for believing what you believe, and I'm not going to have a conversation further with you to unpack any of this, or it's, Andrew, you just need to care less about current events and social issues and political problems that we're all facing. I've been shut out for 20 years, and I've been watching people, just the groups that I used to be part of, morphing into these sides of propaganda-driven NPCs all around me. I'm really fucking lonely. But I can't have a conversation with anyone because so many people are incapable. And I know I'm getting emotional right now, but this is catharsis for me. So many people are incapable of having a fucking conversation, whether from a desire just to go somewhere that creates cognitive dissonance, or from just a complete closed-mindedness or a laziness. And yet, here we are. I'm in the middle of two groups who want to engage in violence, and I don't know how to speak to either of them. And it's very disconcerting and depressing and angering and all of these emotions. And if you're watching this video, you probably are in a very similar position, because I have a very niche channel and I love it and I thank you for it. While we're here, please like, comment, share, subscribe, get merch, everything. But also, let's share this message that there's a third way. Yeah. I don't make these shirts anymore, but this was my original logo: heavyweights, light feels with the taijutsu. The middle road, this line in between the two, that's called the middle road. That's what you should seek and pursue in life and everything. Look for the balance of the center. And right now, if we are to resist and if we are to make a difference, it is by pushing that message of the middle. And it's by just not losing ourselves trying to save people, but by being available to save the people that are able to be saved. Because a majority of people are not coming with us. And when I say they're not coming with us, I'm talking about the new earth. But it's not time yet, in my opinion. I'm not a spiritual guru. I'm part of the group, but I'm not a guru. But my projection, my forecasting says we got about 5 to 10 years, in my opinion. And so in those next 5 to 10 years are when we need to save the few people that are able to be saved. We need to save ourselves because we still have work to do. And then we just need to return to the planet. And I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Thank you very much for watching. I think I'm going to end it here. let's just try to raise awareness to the middle path. Much love.